and welcome to our School at Home class in English Grade 10. We are in the first quarter of our set of lessons, and I hope everybody will delight in learning today with lesson number 1, use of reflexive and intensive pronouns. I know for sure that you have learned pronouns and its types from your previous English classes. Do you have any idea what pronoun is? Pronouns are words in a language that substitute or replace nouns or noun phrases to avoid repetition. This lesson will help you understand more that pronouns, like other words in English, are helpful for you to effectively and clearly communicate with one another using English language. There are different types of pronouns. One of it is called personal pronouns. Pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are examples of subjective personal pronouns used as a subject, meaning they're the ones being talked about in the sentence or doers of the action. Pronouns like me, you, him, her, it, us, and them are examples of objective personal pronouns used as an object in the sentences, or in other words, the ones receiving the action. They are usually found after the action or verb or after preposition. Other than personal pronouns, there are other pronouns that can be used as an object in the sentence too. Take note of these examples. Daedalus and Icarus made themselves wings of feathers. Icarus harmed himself by flying too close to the sun. Themselves and himself are the pronouns in these sentences. These types of pronouns usually end in self or selves, depending on the number of its noun referent or antecedent. Grammarians call these pronouns reflexive or at times intensive, depending on their function or used in the sentence. Take a look at the table below. Myself, yourself, himself, herself. The pronoun herself will make us wonder if the queen bought the dog for herself or someone else. Now that we have learned reflexive and intensive pronoun, let's practice using the exercises to test our mastery of the lesson. In this activity, you will tell if the underlined pronoun is reflexive or intensive. Let's begin. Here is the first sentence. I bought myself a new pair of sunglasses for our trip to the beach. Is the underlined pronoun reflexive or intensive? Good job! Myself is a reflexive pronoun because myself acts as the object that receives the action of the verb bought. Removing it in the sentence would change the thought of the statement. Here is the second sentence. The soldiers themselves do not want to attack the enemy fort. Is the underlined word reflexive or intensive? Great! Themselves is an intensive pronoun that emphasizes the subject soldiers. Note also that themselves doesn't affect the meaning of the sentence if taken or removed. To wrap everything up that we talked about in this lesson, let us always remember that pronouns are substitutes for nouns or noun phrases to avoid repeating the same nouns over and over again. Reflexive pronoun reflects the subject of the sentence, which tell us that whoever performs the action or the subject in a sentence is also the one receiving the action or the object. On the other hand, intensive pronoun emphasizes a preceding noun or the noun before it. It looks exactly the same as reflexive pronouns. It can be removed in the sentence without changing the thought of the statement.
Do you want to know?